I hope you're doing well today. Happy Monday. So I'm here today to talk to you guys a bit about using an Oracle deck and some of my favorites. So if you guys are watching this live with me this morning, please say hello so I can say hi back to you. And then if you're watching on the replay, just hashtag replay and I'll come back on later and say hi to you then. So before we get started, a little bit of housekeeping stuff. If you guys are watching this on Facebook right now, I would encourage you to pop on over to my YouTube channel when this video is done. Hit the subscribe button and the bell to receive notifications for every time that I come live. On my YouTube channel, you will find self-love topics, kind of mystic topics, yoga videos, meditations, interviews with other like-minded women on their self-love journeys, and just lots of content in there. And so, wanted to share with you guys a little bit this morning on using an Oracle deck. It may be new to some of you, or you may have been using one for a long time and you may have developed your own practice. And so Oracle cards are really just that daily guidance and inspiration from the universe. And it's typically what you need to hear. The messages that you receive from Oracle cards are very kind of general and not specific to certain situations, right? And so I'm going to bring up my video here so I can see you guys. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to just talk to you guys about how I use my Oracle deck or my Oracle decks that I have, and then share with you at the end how you can get my own Oracle deck that I have published. And so my video is being so slow. Our internet is slow here today. So first things first, I'm going to share with you my 3 favorite Oracle card decks. And then I'm going to pick a card from each deck, actually, since we're all here together, give us some inspiration and motivation as we start our week and start our day. And so the first deck that I'm going to be sharing with you guys is the Work Your Light Oracle deck, and that's from Rebecca Campbell. I love how sparkly and shiny it is, and I love her branding colors too. They're all like kind of the watercolor ones that I also love. And so in each Oracle deck, you get your stack of Oracle cards and you get a guidebook, and that's usually how they work. I don't know why I'm not being able to see your guys' faces this morning. Being so slow. Anyway, we're gonna keep going. So make sure that I'm still live here. Yes. Okay. So what I like to do when I typically when I pull a card for myself in the morning, or when I'm pulling cards for other people, like let's say I'm pulling it for other people, so you watching. So I'm just going to start by knocking the energy out of the deck. So I know some people, when I tell them this, they're like, whatever, lady, you're crazy. But our cards, just like everything else in the universe, it's made up of energy, and it has vibrations. And so if the last person or the last time you picked up this deck, and either you were feeling in a funk or someone else was having a bad day, and that energy stays on the cards. And so what we're going to do is we're going to knock out the energy by just knocking twice. You could do it more or less, whatever feels natural to you. Really, a lot of it is trusting your intuition. So then what I do is I just start shuffling. And some decks come with like little beautiful little messages to kind of you can say out loud. But oftentimes I'll just say, what does the universe need me to hear today? Make it be for the highest good, and may there be truth and beauty, and may our light be seen. And so I will change the message all the time. It just depends what resonates with me at that moment. So just what we need to hear today as a collective. And then whenever I feel guided to stop, that's when I will stop, and I will typically pull the first card from the top. Some people like to fan out their cards or make a messy pile, whatever it is that works for you. So I'm feeling guided to stop, so we're going to stop, and then we're just going to pull the first card. Oh, I have a message coming up for me. So first card, ooh, this one's fun. So the card that we got is Warrior Woman. So Warrior Woman says, have you answered your deepest calling? So I want to hear that one today. That's a super powerful card. So we're going to read Warrior Woman and what she has to say. So then you just find her in the book. Let's see here. Warrior woman. There she is, 56. All right, so I'm going to read this one to you guys. So this is our guidance from Warrior Woman this morning. So have you answered your deepest calling? You are here for a reason. You are being called to bravely pave a path. Have you answered your highest and deepest calling? Living a heart and soul-filled life is not all fluffy and smooth sailing. Living a heart and soul-led life requires courage to triumph over fear. So often our fears are the gatekeepers to our greatest gifts. And the more resistance we have towards answering a call, the more important it is to our soul's growth. Sometimes fear is an indication that we are facing the right way. Joan of Arc was known for her courage and her famous line, "I'm not afraid, I was born to do this." But the thing about courage is that it's not possible without fear. So if you are feeling afraid, what is needed is courage, and courage comes from living from the heart. Think of your fears as opportunities to expand rather than things that are holding you hostage. If you look at your fears in this light, then as uncomfortable as it might feel, it's actually a sign that you are on the right track. Ooh, I love that. All my warrior women out there, this is for you. So that was the card that we got from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. So we have 2 more decks, and then we're going to share a card from my deck too, you guys, because I have my deck now. I just can't believe that I still can't see your guys' video if you guys are saying anything. I hate when it does that. I hate it, you guys. All right, we're going to pull from the next deck because we got 2 more decks to do and then mine. So this next one is one of my favorites, and I've had it for the longest. It's called the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. It's one of my favorite decks. The artwork on it is just beautiful, and I love the messages, and it's inspired me to have that a part. Spirit animals as a part of my deck too, which lots of decks do have the animal connection, but yeah. So we're gonna pull one from here as well. I still can't get Facebook to come up for me to see you guys. So crazy. Anyway, I'll have to come on after and see you guys because that's really weird. Anyway, let's keep on going here. So I'm going to knock out our energy with our Spirit Animal Oracle, and we're going to shuffle and see what guidance we need to hear today. Actually, I'm going to read to you guys. I have it bookmarked here. This one has such a beautiful message when you're reading, getting ready to pull a card. So it says this little message: let this guidance come for the highest good. Show me the correct path on the way forward so I may serve the light and bring beauty and goodness to the world. Show me the way. Let there only be light and love, and let the truth be revealed. So I love that message. I just love it every time I read it. Okay, so let's pull from here and see what we need to hear today. All right, let's see here. So we have Wasp Spirit. I've had this one before. It's typically a message that you don't always want to hear, but it's important. So, okay. I'll find our thing here. And this is so true, because life does sting sometimes, doesn't it? So here's our Wasp Spirit. Sometimes life stings. So our oracle message for this one is: not all that spirit creates in nature is easy to love, but when we look through the eyes of Wasp Spirit, we recognize that even though sometimes life stings, there is a purpose for pain, just as there is a purpose for wasps in the natural world. Wasps keep insect populations down, supporting the growth of plants. So too, if the sting of life may hurt and you may feel deeply disappointed or even resentful that Wasp Spirit has shown up, but you will soon come to see that the Spirit has something wonderful in store for you. You may well come to realize that being stung led to something far better than you had envisioned for yourself. Perhaps behind the scenes, Wasp Spirit was conspiring with Spirit to ensure that you could grow something of value to you. Spirit has a plan, and Wasp Spirit plays a part. Have you ever looked back and been glad that your prayers weren't answered because the path you took led to something far better? Wasp Spirit is a reminder to reflect on those times, for today's sting may hurt, but something better awaits you. I love that too, you guys. It's good. And it's true that, we often all have things that happen in our lives that we don't necessarily appreciate that they happened, and it's hard lessons and it's hard seasons, but typically we have to remember that it's all for a purpose and it's leading to the path that we were supposed to be on. Okay, so what are we doing for time here? 10 minutes. I don't think we'll pull a card from this deck, but I want to show you it anyway. It's a big box. This one is the Animal Spirit, the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit, and this one's by Kim Kranz. I really love this deck too. I do have a thing for animals, spirit animals for sure. So this one's really magical too. We aren't going to pull a card from that because I'm already at 10 minutes, and I wanted to share with you guys. So that's my third favorite oracle deck. And then, you guys, it's here. I've been working on this for a long time, and it is finally all ready to be heading to its new homes. I've created my own oracle deck called the Find Your Magic Self-Love Oracle, and I'm going to pull a card from that this morning too for you guys. Get up my guidebook here. So the different thing about my deck is that it doesn't have a physical guidebook. It has a digital guidebook, just to cut down on costs and paper waste and all that stuff. I'm just going to bring up my downloads here to make sure I have my guidebook. There it is. Okay, so here are my cards. Yeah, my cards. So we're going to just pull one from there this morning as well. You guys get all sorts of guidance today. I'm so excited for you. So we're going to pull from here and see what we need to hear today from our self-love oracle deck, telling us what we need to know on our self-love journey today. All right, let's see. So we have Porcupine Spirit, I am protected. So let's figure out Porcupine here. Porcupine Spirit, where are you? Mm-hmm. 49. Towards the end. Okay, so Porcupine Spirit, I am protected. So our Porcupine Spirit is related to our root chakra, which is our safety and security. We have some crystals like red jasper, black tourmaline, bloodstone, smoky quartz, carnelian that are good for this card today. Maybe that's a crystal you need to pack around today. Essential oils that you could use today would be sandalwood, lavender, ylang ylang, frankincense, orange, geranium. Some yoga poses you could do today would be easy pose, warrior 2, child's pose, shavasana, or tree pose. And then here's our message from Porcupine Spirit. So Porcupine Spirit is letting you know that it is time to free yourself from guilt and shame. You can reclaim the innocence that you left behind as a child. To do this, you must open your heart to those things that gave you joy as a child. Porcupine meaning asks you to make sure that you do not get caught up in the chaos of the world where fear, greed, and suffering are commonplace. Porcupine Spirit also reminds you that protection is always available to you. Therefore, it is time to be yourself and trust that it is safe to be who you are. The focus is here on faith and trust and the knowing that you can move mountains with these powers. It's time to live your life and let your light shine. No more hiding who you truly are. Be courageous with your dreams. There's your message from Porcupine Spirit. So you guys, those were my 3 favorite oracle decks. And then the bonus of my own oracle deck and some guidance for you today. And before I head out of here, if you guys do not have my oracle deck yet, I can't see my screen. It's so sunny. So you can find my oracle deck in the link in this description of this video. You get the guidebook, the canvas bag, and the digital guidebook, and the cards, of course. And it just helps you on your self-love journey to help you discover guidance from the spirit animals, along with those yoga poses, essential oils, crystals, and all that stuff. So I hope if that's something that interests you, you will grab that. And then if you guys are not in my community already, I have a group called Imperfectly Perfect You, and we are empowering each other to find self love at any size through many different holistic and mystic approaches. And so, if you want to be in that community, the link to this description is the link to that group is in the description of this video. So, we'd love to have you in there. And that's all I had for you guys this morning. So I will go back and see who is watching because Facebook wouldn't let me bring it up. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye.